UBC News Tonight is coming to you live at 10 p.m. from the Now Avenue. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. Mohammed. And in our sports news, Uganda ready to face Mali on Monday. Had a head-on collision yesterday night at Bosukuma Sub-County near Namu. Busukuma near the CCTV cameras. The driver of the Honda was badly injured and was rushed to Namungi Medical Center for first aid. He was later transferred to Mengo Hospital. This happened while the driver of the truck and 2 others therein took off when police arrived at the scene.
No, not there, here. Yeah, one. All 15, huh?
I was a better new part where go. And then I'm better new.
Kibanja nti kye kino ekigenda okuyamba abaana bwe tutyo bwe tuyimiridde funyeemu nga bawange amaze okufa butuufu siri bulungi era okuva lwe yafasitereranga n'okutuusa kati.
The attackers ambushed the villages between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., swinging pangas whoever they found in the village.
Kukumanya agenjawulo bakitaga n'okwata omuntu ng'omanyi nti nkuba enduulu omuntu agenda kujja noyinza okukuba enduulu nti nkutta ono ng'ate bo bajja na mundu oba oli awo kale ebituleetera olumu okutya twekuuma naye tulina okutya okwenjawulo.
In an effort to put an end to killings in Kiseka sub-county Rengo district, locals have organized joint night foot patrols which have led to many
mpuliziganya kubanga yo mutemu ajjewo nga yetegese naye wajjewa nga netegeka yetegese
on Friday night. This has in a way tensed up the
Uncertainty and contradiction interjected with fear has now become part of the area's conversation.
Babide bampidde nga ndi munda ne bagadinga omulala najjaawo, so anything could happen. Maybe olwokuba nabadde ntunula nga bagala basookere ku nze. Yes, awo kamera weyakaabidde abalala ne bazuukuka ffenna ne tuwawamuka ne bategeera nka tuzuukuse.
Nabweru North 2 cell leadership led
My people have their security. As I have told you, they have the cameras, the alert, and what have you.
so far, local leaders, together with the tenants, can confidently confirm that these unknown robbers in the area with the same history of thuggery.
This is not the first time.
Earlier on, where people with criminal minds started writing leaflets.
Because they told everybody to be inside. Police and other agencies to do their work. But we don't see them. We don't see them. That's our outcry. I beg and I cry for them to come down and enforce the security.
Abdul Nasser LUWEERO for UBC News.
In more news, Morato district is experiencing famine following an abnormally poor harvest this season. The chairman, Karamoda, decided most of the affected persons are the elderly. Internal security officer to carry out thorough investigations into a land triangle in Chiwujo and Kagoma. Now, Nabakova, who convened the crisis meeting, told that the contested land belongs to more than 2 landlords who at the end of the day cannot confirm ownership claim.
Biri mu ttaka li nkulu nagenze kulaba ne survey wa zone keera ate bakiko
tuli bubi nakati bayitamu era baagala otwala ebibanja by'abantu baffe era batadde otekamu obuyinja naye tubadde tetufunanga kuyambibwanga kuno
naye batubyeko sengenge nga tene sense tebalina n'emimu gye batuwadde.
The contested land is on Block 49, Plot 165.
Aisha nalina ika 3 namba bulina ku nga baba
be bajja patrol nejja n'enjiga era olwasemba.
Convened by the Lands Minister Judith Nabakova in the area, tenants reported that they are not only facing evictions but fearful of their lives.
Kade sente meyo namala ennaku 3 naye nga nfa nafuna obulwadde kimanyi era bwe bugenda n'okuvaamu okunzita yali akola emirimu sijakola mbeerawo buli kimu ntunula abaana be banyonkanga obubwa sirina kino sirina kiri.
It is alleged that one Hussein Mare and Aisha Kayongo are among those claiming ownership of the land, though initial credentials indicates that Nalinya Nalumansi is the genuine landlord.
Ettaka lino likaayirwa abantu babiri.
who are going to and us. And at the end of the day, you don't get what they promise, and then you get angry with the NRM party. Yet it is not the party that could have promised, it is an individual. So I'm calling upon people to appreciate what the government does, because I think it is the only way we can be happy once we get involved in all the programs that the government brings on board.
She asked NRM cadres to embrace government programs and keep the spirit of the party high whenever they go. Robert Ntende, an advisor of the voluntary association NRM,
come on board and utilize the good services of NRM and of also the government that has put in place. For instance, today we have the Myoga. We want us to participate fully in the Myoga program. We want our party members to participate fully in the COVID vaccination. We
NRM party fully. Sudat Kaye, UBC.
Butavika National Referral Mental Hospital has received 2 tanks for rainwater harvesting courtesy
oh my Uganda.
I know with you I'll always stay forever. I know, because I feel that we belong together. My home, under the sun so bright, all that night on my heart, mommy, oh.
starting another exciting journey together to grow our home, Uganda.
Echa COVID-19 kijja kuggwa only if we stay at home, observe physical distancing, wear masks properly, sanitize or wash our hands with soap and water regularly, or get vaccinated now.
Five times the winning game. 5 times the luckiness, yeah. 5 for 5, yeah. It's 5 for 5. 5 for 5. 5 times the money, yeah. 5 times the shopping, yeah. 5 times the prizes, yeah. 5 for 5, oh yeah. It's 5 for 5. 5 for 5.
Win 100,000 Uganda shillings weekly in the 5 for 5 jackpot. Simply download the Sente mobile app. Click Sente on the go to open your account online. Transact 5 times or more using Sente Mobile, Sente Visa, and Sente Agent to stand a chance to win. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. So, participate in the 5 for 5 jackpot and win millions in daily and weekly prizes. The 5 for 5 jackpot is brought to you by Centenary Bank. Our bank, Centenary Bank, is regulated by the Bank of Uganda. Customer deposits are protected by the Deposit Protection Fund.
Getting GoTV was the best decision James has ever made. Finding a good place to watch football was never easy, but it was costly until James Big. Now he can finally enjoy the benefits of homegrown advantage with a decoder and 1 month of GoTV value. For just 25,000 shillings, enjoy the world's biggest leagues and cap competitions. GoTV Uganda, love it.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Now, on the 24th May 2021, the 11th Parliament of Uganda held its first sitting with the election of the Speaker and Deputy Speaker. With leadership of Parliament established, the House has been on course to stir the legislative of the country, a pledge made by legislators at swearing in and after. Now, over 3 months later, it is work in progress with members of Parliament expressing optimism in the House to deliver on its 5-year mandate. Okurut has details on this story.
Committees of Parliament alongside their leadership have been established.
The sectoral committee shall consist of not less than 15 members,
including both standing and sectorial committees. Ministers have been successfully vetted, with ex-official members of Parliament officially sworn in.
I, Jerine Haruna Kasoro, someone affirm.
With immediate former members of Parliament ushered into life after legislation.
recognizing that it is a truth that you are no longer a member of Parliament in the 11th Parliament. So as a person, you need to start to move around, demonstrate to people that life has changed.
All have been smooth efforts towards transition from the 10th to the 11th Parliament.
Now therefore, by the powers conferred upon me by law, I will proceed to administer the oath of allegiance and the oath of member of Parliament to each member elect. I, Ababiku Jessica, swear in the name of the Almighty God.
It all officially started with taking of oath by elected members of Parliament who made pledges to their electorate.
We have the mining, the bill that was passed by Cabinet. We hope that 11th Parliament should be able to pass this bill.
I am a woman of work, and I believe
Faith without action is dead.
My support to those who have land issues is still available.
I believe the journey was not easy.
This was before the first sitting was held to vote for the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker of Parliament. It is a process that had put contenders for the position on tension right from the ruling party caucus. The then incumbent, Rebecca Kadaga, sought re-election as her deputy Jacob Olanya moved to replace her.
We will do things in such a way that it endears members of parliament to the public.
I'm now acknowledged as someone who has expressed interest.
It took the intervention of the Central Executive Committee to zero on one candidate. By the time both NRM and independent-leaning MPs got to the voting area in Kololo, their minds were already made up. Jacob Olanya, the official NRM candidate, took the day, as independent Rebecca Kadaga conceded.
The Right Honorable Kadaga should not be a bad loser. I was happy that she came and congratulated the Right Honorable Jacob Olanya. I just hope that that was in good spirit and she should keep it in that positive way.
In fact, that is the respect that we deserve in terms of any leadership position. That once you have been defeated, of course, you work with the other party.
These were some of the comments made by a section of members of parliament shortly after Jacob Olanya was elected Speaker of the 11th Parliament.
Lokori Olanya, swear in the name of the Almighty God.
President Yoweri Museveni had observed the process from commencement to conclusion.
One of the problems we must fight is intolerance. Work together with other people or who are vindictive.
With the leadership of parliament established, it was time to start work. And this is how a successful State of Nation address and budget reading was held on different occasions.
This implies the urgency of this House to duly constitute the appointment committee in line with Rule 161 and 160.
A new cabinet would be announced, ranging from the positions of Vice President, Prime Minister, Cabinet and State Ministers. All these have since been successfully vetted and sworn in, including ex-official members of Parliament.
Joyce Juliet Nabota Sebugwawo, of all my board.
Far much better.
For really giving members task, of course, of oversight on EMIOGA. These are some of the things that have been so critical in terms of issues to do with the 11th Parliament.
We have also
Kaswa said they will continue to support the needy and the underprivileged.
Kubanga nga tataganya emirimu gy'omuntu eyalondebwa naye abantu bennyini ne bavaayo ne bakuba omulanga nti Dr. Muyingo totulekera tuli mu bbanga tulina wadde waliwo eyalondebwa.
He disclosed that Dr. Jesse Muyingo has spent over 797 million shillings supporting communities in the area and also promised that he will continue lobbying for the reconstruction of various roads, including ZIROBWE Kyusa Kasana, ZIROBWE Bamunani Kawublins, among others. Some of the beneficiaries of the Wells Kifo program commended
Nakawa, Chireku, Namanve among others, however, argue that they are not ready to move an inch because they have nowhere else to go. Leaders and residents say they are not against development, but there is need for government to give them time and show them where to go.
Abantu bano bo tebawakanya nkulakulana, tebawakanya bya railway na chi tebabinaako buzibu naye bagamba nti kaakati mutulagawo okulaga mutuwaawo okulaga tuli bannansi wano tulinawo ka interest tuze tusasula omusolo tulagewa.
Some of the leaders allege they have never received an official communication of displacing the alleged encroachers on Railway land. They urge the managing director, Uganda Railway, to consider them in decision making and also follow the COVID-19 guidelines on land evictions.
Naye ebaluwa bwe batezemu ofisi yange nga teri
Uganda Railway does not have clear documentation of the land.
Babasaba ekyapa bagamba nti tebakirina ate kati essaawa zino nga bagamba nti ekyapa bakifuna mu 93 essaawa eyo ekyapa bakijjeewa batuyambe abakulembeze oyo minisita akulira ebya transport ajje ku ground alabe abanaku njagala atuukeko ku railway station enama alabe abantu abaliyo alabe n'abantu abalina ebyapa byabwe.
Some residents say they have nowhere to go and government must come up with a clear plan of settling them. They
After a 1-all draw away to Kenya last Thursday, Uganda Cranes are ready to play Mali in the second game of Group E.
For us as the team, we are ready to fight for the nation, to make sure that we're going to Mali's game to get the required 3 points.
The Cranes will look to target home advantage at St. Mary's Kitende when they play their illustrious West African opponents who beat Rwanda in their opening game.
We are having last polishing touches today before tomorrow's performance. People say the way you plant the seed, the way you will harvest the fruits. In a way, we believe that yesterday's working day and today's day are 2 preparatory days where we have done very well to prepare for the game against Mali, where we need, before getting the result and performance, we need to outwork them, outfight them before outplaying them and outscoring them in a way, looking forward to get the result.
This particular World Cup qualification campaign for African teams is first in 10 groups, whose top 2 teams will enter in. John Barnes, Sentamo, reporting.
Uganda's quest for more sports infrastructure can be answered with optimal use of land as found out by National Council Sports Board Chairperson Dr. Donald Rukari. Rukari was left impressed by utilization of space at the opening of Wave Fitness Hub in Ntinda and now offers council to find lasting solutions to our hitherto major achilles in sports development.
A new sports facility in the heart of Kampala and on relatively limited space, but importantly inexpensive to construct, has been officially launched in Ntinda Kigowa, a Kampala capital city suburb. Officially opened by National Council of Sports Board Chairperson Donald Rukari, the Waves Fitness Hub is the brainchild of veteran sports enthusiast Matovu Waswa, but under proprietorship of his son Nicholas Jengo.
We have a lot of talent in this country when it comes to sports. Every single time there's an opportunity to showcase the talent in this country, you see that Uganda comes back with medals. But we don't have many facilities where this talent can be nurtured. So I really hope that this small brick that has been added to this country can nurture somebody or 2 or 3 into the next competitions, Olympics, so that we can have more medals for the country.
Jengo's father, Matovu Waswa, is a former swimmer who also ventured into football and athletics and finds this initiative worthwhile for Uganda.
Do you think we badly need such facilities in Uganda?
Very, very badly. Because, like I said, all the public facilities we had have been given away. So if private people can go and take and invest their money into such facilities, I think it will be a very good opportunity.
National Council of Sports Board Chairperson Donald Rukari believes such a partnership is needed to ensure the issue of sports facilities in Uganda belongs to the past.
And I think this is a proof of concept that we can have these kind of purpose-built facilities, and would like to see how we can replicate this in partnership with the private sector. Different parts, it's almost like the parish model. We can almost akin to a health center one, so we can talk about a sports center one like this, sports center two slightly bigger, and then you go to the district and then the national level. So we are very happy and would like to see how we can encourage other entrepreneurs to put this up. And also we within the NCS structure are looking at how we can collaborate with other partners like local government, private sector foundation to replicate.
Cecilia Anyakolit is the National Council of Sports Board technical person and is impressed by such an initiative which must be helped grow by proper legislation.
Sports is more of a private investment than the government. It's so big an investment that government alone cannot be able to run. There are stages that we need a private sector to pick interest and invest. So what we need right now is an enabling law. Of course, the NCS Act, which is there, is old and needs a repeal. So we need a law that can capture some of these kind of things, that can possibly protect their interests, and if possible, see how government would give some leeway or leverage for people who are investing in sport.